Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, folks. This is Professor Coyote welcoming you to our Let's Play of Europa Universalis 4. Now, as you've probably heard in that update video 2 I posted, Denmark patch kind of hosed over the previous Ethiopia game. So as you can see here, we're going to start into the game. But this is basically what happened, is both Ethiopia and Makuria Alodia, got a huge change. First, Adol got actually a couple of provinces that it didn't have before. I mean, it always had a Saw, but Dewaro, I think Dewaro's new, because I believe they were just here. But Ethiopia has Hadia and Damot. One is a Sunni vassal and one is a Coptic vassal. And Kaffa here has been blown up too. Kaffa used to be all here. But now it's split into three itself. It's Kaffa itself, a tiny one province minor of Enarea, and a Janjiro, which is a fetishist. And then we have Walada, which is a 2. So Kaffa is now 4 countries. Ethiopia is technically 3 with its 2 vassals. And as you can see here, Makuria Alodia got blowed up. They got split into 3. Split into 4 total. So you have Dongola, which is the eastern provinces. So basically, Bayuda and Shendi went to their own. And Makuria also starts as Coptic now, again. I know it kind of flipped back and forth, being Coptic and not. But these two nations are now Muslim. You got Beha, which has all the nice 3 good provinces here closer to the Red Sea, and Dongola, which has all the junkie in the back. Let's see. Funj still doesn't exist at the beginning yet, so it's going to be this area here. But as you can see here, the wastelands are no longer wastelands. They are colored into with their terrain, so it's a little tough to see what you can colonize and what's a wasteland. I'm just checking here. Yeah, Arguin's still a province, for instance. See, if you didn't know Arguin existed, for instance, you wouldn't know that you could still do it there, but you have to zoom in. Yes, Arguin, the wonderful province which is only ever used as a jumping point to get to Brazil. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try Ethiopia again, see how it is with its new changes. I mean, the Ethiopian ideas, I believe, are still the same. Prestige, chance of new air, fort defense, Diplo rep, missionaries, core creation, and infantry combat ability with a legitimacy bump for the goal, which whoop-de-doo. But hey, you know, if we can keep the Solomon dynasty, then it won't matter for that yearly legitimacy. So I guess that's just to help you with your your absolutely by that point 0 marriages you're going to be getting into. I haven't started them yet to see if you know what, let's just start it right now. Let's just see how it goes, see how much we're going to see as far as ocean goes. Because, if you remember I discussed last time, they do kind of get hampered by the fact they don't get any ocean knowledge until they hop into Mamluk territory. And by then, you're at least 1 institution down against the Ottomans, so we'll see how it goes. Maybe the Mamluks will actually be a little stronger. Maybe we'll be able to get into them a little bit quicker. Probably not, because now we've got a whole bunch more territory to try and take care of. I mean, they really improved Africa. You can see that they gave a few more provinces that are already starting with, like for instance, Madagascar has been inhabited for I think since the Cossacks patch. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's do Iron Man. We're going to still do our Blessed Nation / Prester John. Those haven't changed. Okay. Go and start it, and yeah, that's gonna. Give me a quick second here. Cancel, cancel, cancel. That's the old one. Bye bye. Bye bye, hard work. There we go. Just like the computer doesn't barf when we try to do that. Alright. So, we're gonna start Prester John from scratch. Woo! The only frustration I have is there was such a nice little boom with Elodia just basically handing itself over to me as a personal union previous time. But, you know, we'll see how that goes. Okay. So there's a lot more on the board here. Looks like they gave Mendibari actually one more. Let's see. Gotta take a little quick second here just to get a feel. So as you can see here, we still have the same starting ocean. We go far as about North Iraq. We end right at the shores of the Mediterranean. Let's see here. The Mamluks are starting off. Okay, so they kind of organize a little bit. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like it defaults to organizing by force limit now. The Mamluks are 36. Come on. Thank you. We start off at 18 now, so that's good. We've always started off at 18, but we get that additional bump because of these guys, so you have an additional 6. So effectively, you can say, if I build up to the 18, I'll have an army, well, once I placate these guys, of 24. So let's start by placating them, because they've already, because the game, it looks like it starts off, oh, never mind. The game must have bugged, because when I looked at it, it looked like they had high liberty desire, but they're down to 30 and 35. So we'll still be nice to them, because they're our buddies, and we'll eat them at any time. We won't be able to until for 10 years. But having some extra buddies that guarantee go to war for you is always good, because you can never count on your actual allies AI to do anything. Okay, so looks like you got I don't like having the Mamluks be already, but well, we'll see what happens. Okay, so there's that. We'll take our usual Coptic. We're gonna go with the mission. Yeah, we'll go with the missionary strength, because we need to get that unity cleared. And as you can see here, they actually gave. Now the Jewish faith has 2 points, because you have Simeon, which I've always pronounced that as Seaman accidentally. Simeon has its usual Jewish faith, but now Dembia is Jewish. And it also shows you how the unity itself affects. Like, for instance, hitting Shewa first, because it's a bigger target, will give you back 13%. So I like that on the UI. So in fact, we're going to start with Shewa first. Besides, that's going to be our future capital, so we kind of want that to be doing good. So we've got the missionary strength we're starting with. Because now that's going to be the decision to really take. Previous games with the Prester John have recommended always taking military strength as your first idea. Sorry, not military. Religious ideas is your first idea, because since the major people you'll be going with will all be non-Coptic, so it gives you that free casus belli, so you don't have to waste any time on fabricating. But I learned last game that, you know, as much as quantity is always looked down upon, you kind of need to have it to meet the Ottomans, because they always take quantity, and by the time you run into them, they're going to have a force limit of at least 100 bazillion, if not 300, and then you become a windshield meat bug. So let's look at our missions. Okay, so incorporate Dom into our country. fact, what we're going to do is I'm going to take a bit of a different track here. Now, usually the first thing I do is I eat Meribari for lunch. I always, that way I can take Masawa, but that isn't there right now. It doesn't look like that mission is there. So what I'm actually going to try to do is just have like a sort of Coptic alliance for right now, because Adal doesn't have anybody that's its helping. So we might actually go straight after Adal to start with, and go from there, because they haven't had anybody that they're making buddy with yet. A quick look. Looks like you can actually... Nope, that's still a wasteland. See what I mean with the whole... Sometimes you can't tell. There is apparently an option to make the wastelands look like wastelands again. If this gets too much into there, I'm probably going to do that. I'm actually going to back off of Kaffa for now. Here, let's take 2 days. Okay. So, looks like we got a couple of things as well. So Kaffa is actually wanting an alliance. See what I mean? I'm going to be doing a bit of track. I'm going to try to probably either try vassalizing a bunch of these guys rather than just eating them. Looks like Inara probably has Kaffa as a rival. But you know what? Well, ally them anyway. We'll probably eat them whole. So, Axum, of course, gets 10 prestige to start with. Here, let's pause that. Come on. The other way. And, looks like Makuria, or Kasirabrim, belongs to the Coptic tribal kingdoms of Makuria. See, that's what I mean. Makuria, you always started off with Coptic, but by and large, they often switch over to Sunni really quickly. But it looks like Lower Nubia is probably going to get converted to Coptic. Yeah, so Sara Nubia turns Coptic, which that probably won't be for too long. Probably won't last too long. And yeah, the Red Sea coast is a different state. Okay, so that's what that is. We're going to take it to Conquer Osa. We're going to get that first thing against Adal before they have a chance to make buddy-buddy with anybody. We've got 13 to start with. That's 10 and 3, so we'll do 2. There we go. In fact, okay, now there is the new thing that fort maintenance is supposedly supposed to be not as harsh anymore, but it's still showing off a full ducat, and we've only got the 1 fort, so I guess it didn't fix it. I think all they seemed to fix was making it tougher for you to do anything. Go figure. Alright. Now, what we might actually do is I might turn down the missionaries. Nope, that's not going to do much. We might have to eat a loan or 2 to start with. But let's start off. Let's hit Adal before he gets any friends. Because I'm waiting for him. Okay, good. Adal hasn't done any of that yet. Oh, in fact, Makuria and Alodia are friends now, which that's, yeah, interesting. I believe, oh yeah, we're a little bit high on Diplo rep right now. We've got 3 alliances with the 2 vassals, so we'll see about changing that in the future. Okay. So it's saying I gotta wait. Right, it's the old way to have to wait now. So apparently you have to wait a month in the game before you start any wars, which is odd, but whatever. I'm just making sure that they don't... Okay, so unfortunately, Ajuran did take an alliance with them, but so that's going to make that war a little bit tougher. Let's see, for instance. Although, let's check. Ajuran may not be too great. Adal is 7 of 10, Ajuran 6 of 12. And even when you throw in Mogadishu, 3 of 4, so... Well, you know what? Let's let's hit it. We've got our 6 here, and we've got people building, so I might as well just wait until we get our buddies anyway. Okay. Uh-huh. Huh. I must have hit it quicker than it was able to go. Alright. No, just checking there. Okay. So, just to review, we still have to take over Makuria's holy site because it went Sunni all of a sudden. I think Makuria somehow converted to Sunni all of a sudden, which is kind of okay. But that's what I mean about Makuria always seems to flip from Makuria. I might have to even break with them. We'll see. Okay. So let's get that going. Okay, so now we're at 17. We've got 5 from our vassals. So that's 22 versus, looks like 13 plus another 2. If Mogadishu, plus another 3 if Mogadishu gets press ganged into this, which they will. So that's 16. So we're 23 to 16. So you know what? Let's start off this campaign by already going after Adal. Medri Bari actually would come in. They probably would want a sub. I don't know if I want to do that with them. But we'll stick a pin in that. Oh, we even have we can retake Dewaro if we want out of them. So we'll stick a pin in that idea. If we need a little bit of help from their 6, we'll see. But for now, let's open this campaign by taking on our old nemesis, Adal. Let's slow down things here. So it looks like Adal booked it, so that's good. We'll throw into Herrera, which is their current capital, but that won't be capital for too long if we can keep that. Okay, so Adal went there. They're making a break for Dewaro, probably to group up with some Ajurani. Okay. Now they are starting to get mercenaries, it looks like, or maybe were building that. Now we are taking a little bit of attrition damage. We detach the siege. That will be probably not a good idea. Now what we could do is have the 8 go here. Nope. Nope. Now they're up to 13. Somehow... Oh, Ajuran's finally showed up. Alright, so they're going to try and take us on here. They're hoping to their defense, but we've got our buddies coming in. Alright, they'll be in Herrera. Okay, so we're taking a little bit, but hopefully... Oh, there's our reinforcement from our vassals. And Adal just learned a very harsh lesson. And in fact, Mogadishu came in late to the game and got stack wiped. So there goes the Mogadishu-uns. The Mogadishans? I guess so. Okay. Disease outbreak. That's always fun. So yeah, unfortunately we had to take our first loan. But hopefully if we grab a couple of some choice territory out of Adal before things get too bad, we'll just soak them for all they're worth. Okay. So let's go this back up. See if we can speed the time on this siege back. We do have the manpower to handle this. And we've got a family ties event, which gives us 10 Diplo power. The tiny Atreya likes us some more, which makes it probably a little bit easier to vassalize them in the future. And we take another loan. That's not good. We are bleeding money here. Okay. And it looks like some of these guys have declared war on each other. Yep. Janjuro declared war on Wailata, which is fine. I will let them consolidate and just eat them later. And Warsalongi is trying to take it to Adal now. Because, of course, they are. Alright, so we've got Herrera. We're going to go for the local defensiveness. Because Herrera... We don't want Warsalongi to have everything. Alright, there you go, Adal. We'll take another 2.3 on the war score meter. Now, we did have a consort, so that's funny. So she got fired, and we got a new consort. Aha! There we are. So, the cool thing about this is it looks like we didn't have to fire a single shot to take over Medribari. We now have a personal union for them. Which is wonderful. Now they should be coming in pretty soon. Because we're leading the personal union on them. So as long as they like us, then boom, we get their land already. So that's a wonderful start to this campaign. It's like the Elodia rolling over and handing itself to us in the previous campaign. In fact, it's almost literally like that because Elodia only being 5 provinces now. Come on. Sure, you can have that, but I'll take it from you instead. Alright. So, we're going to piss off Warsalongi here. By taking everything away from them. Alright, well let's see what we can get right now, because it looks like our buddies are helping out in Ajiran. They're doing really well. This is why I do like having some good vassals. Because they do a lot of the heavy lifting for you sometimes. Alright, let's see what we can get. Let's go for the War Goal and a Saab, probably Tajura. And all their worldly possessions, which aren't very much. So then we can see what else we can get land-wise. Probably, hey, we can even get Dewaro back. So we'll cut Adal in half. We'll have to eat a little bit on the coring on this. But it's not too bad, and we'll get some aggressive expansion, but we're so early in the game that it doesn't matter. So we'll get our Red Sea port. We'll still get our Red Sea port, it looks like, out of Asab and Tajura instead of Masawa. But then again, Masawa just opened itself for us, so... Alright, we'll go for there. Because I don't think we can get anything else unless we decide to give up any ducats, and right now we need the ducats. We're bleeding 2.09. Okay. In fact, let's try one thing. Let's try one thing really quick. Let's see how much we can get out of, Actually, I wonder if we're high enough. We might be high enough. No, I don't want to offer them tribute. I don't know. We wouldn't be able to get war reps, but we'd at least be able to soak them for 23 ducats to get the heck out of this. Which makes the conquering of Adal a little bit easier, actually. So let's roll over on Adal. Okay, we're actually, well, there we go. Now we can roll over on Adal. Man, I'm showing my great game at this already, aren't I? Okay. So, if we waited a little bit, let's pay off one of these loans first. It looks like we wait just a little bit, we can get enough to grab everything except Zyla, which, I mean, really is kind of the best province in this whole lot. Except for Herrera. So let's wait them out. Either Warsalongi won't be able to really core it now, so they may not even want it. And we'll just part here, so we can start coring it as soon as that war is over. I'm sorry, what? Huh, looks like we got another blessing out of this somehow. So we'll go for the discipline. Aha! I see. As long as it's Coptic, it still counts for us. Aha! I thought it looks like that you don't have to conquer it. You just probably have to be either allied or at least keep it Coptic in order to get that that blessing. So we'll definitely take the free 2.5 on the discipline rating. Come on. Looks like they might be able to sneak out right before... There we go. Alright, so this should stack wipe the Adelies. Yep. In fact, here, come on. Huh. Guess Warsalongi wasn't trying to. But anyway, let's sit on this. Let's kind of tick off the Warsalongi army a little bit. Let's save a little bit of cash by lowering the fort. It's not going to do a whole heck of a lot, but yeah, we'll see. Okay. So basically, either in this, Warsalongi is going to keel over, or Adal will get some more land, and then we'll just roll over on that, because it's... In fact, I will be very nice, and we shall let the Girani retake Zelia. I guess they won't. Oh well. Alright. Oh, you know what? Right now, let's also make nice with our brand new buddies here. Okay, what we're actually going to do here in the meantime is I'm going to debase twice. It's with the new... Oops, I guess I meant to do it, did it 5 times. With the new corruption rule, we do have a little bit of bad unity, but we do get the unrest, which is actually better now. So, it's almost into your benefit to debase. And they also have a new missionaries maintenance that you can change out here too. So we'll lower the corruption just enough to where it's still actually going to go down. There we go. That way we don't have the interest going, and actually we get a couple of extra ducats now to play with. Because once we're done here, this should be just fine to start finally fixing things. Come on, you're at 91%. Come on, come on. You know you want to lose. I mean, Warsalongi's actually taking it pretty badly. So, actually, with this new batch, it really does make it a little bit more interesting. Excuse me, on this fight, with starting off with Ethiopia. It does give you a little bit more base to meet the Mamlukian problem. I mean, for instance, now it's only 1448, and when you add the force limit of Ethiopia base, the 2 vassals, and even with the Ethiopian base and the 2 vassals, you get Hida has a force limit of 4, and what's their name? Damont. And Damont has a force limit of 4, so you basically get access to another 8 from those guys immediately. So you already start off at a base of 26, which actually hits the Mamluks pretty equally, because the Mamluks start off... Well, they're up to 37 now. That could be from a war or something. So there's less worry about the Mamluks and more ability to consolidate your power start with. So, sorry this is dragging on a little bit. We're kind of waiting for Warsalongi to peace out or get conquered. And then we can take that over. Because Adal's out of this. Okay, there we go. Warsalongi's now been completely converted. And there we go. Oh, look at all that nice, brand new purple for us. How kind of you, Adal. How kind of you. Yeah, Sageron's our new rival, but whatever. There's no diplomats to send. We can take this one down. Oh, yeah. Alright, and Demont likes us again anyway, even though we were at... So that bumps it up by a whole 1%, basically. Oh, there's the walls breach on Xylia. And we'll get free stability for that. Now, I usually race as quick as I can to stability 3, but I'm thinking this time we're going to try to keep it a little bit low. I would like to see if we can actually get to tech pretty well. We'll just get rid of that Adali's plea for help. Because I want to try and see if we take down Azealia. I will leave these 4 to be their new... Oh, we'll take the Royal Marriage. Alright, I would rather not antagonize our subjects, so I'll take the prestige hit just because... I mean, they're at 177, but that doesn't mean anything if Liberty Desire cranks up due to being annoyed. Okay, so we're going to go with the Tolerance of Truth Faith, which helps our clergy. I mean, it could be good for the missionary strength, but I don't want to end up losing their well... You know what, let's take the missionary strength. It only goes for 10 years, but we're about to get a whole bunch of new Sunni lands. The clergy's disloyal, but if we give him a couple of ducks... So basically lost 15 ducats to gain a 15-year bonus to our missionary strength. So that's not bad. Okay, come on, Zelia. Where's it, Xyla? It's Xyla. I keep saying Zelia. I keep switching the L in the I. Wow, 2 straight disease outbreaks. That's always fun on a siege. There we go. We've now converted our capital, and the decision to go has now put us ahead on admin, so we'll be close to our new idea much quicker. Alright. There we go. There's our siege of Zelia. So what I might end up doing is let's look at these provinces. 10, 4, 5. Yes, let's you know. Let's relieve Adal of the burden of that 10 development province. Now, of course, this is going to give us a lot more issues, and we're going to have to do some more coring and stuff. But yeah, I think that. Oh, all right. So you know what? Darn. Let's see. Oh, never mind. You know what? Let's just keep going. We'll get that war score yet. Yeah, doll. I know. Please stop kicking us in the head. Okay, so that clears that. Let's see what we can get out of them now. Clear offer. Let's take everything. So that's already 38. Okay. Because if we can take some of that and Dewaro back. Alright. This is a bit of a gerrymander here. You know, it might be behoove better to do it something like that. We can easily take these guys later, and this will be a little bit easier to defend and core, because we won't have a ticked off Adal split in 2. Alright, so when we do that, that gets all their worldly possessions. So we'll go there. They'll be happy just to stop being beat up. Alright. We get the Renaissance popping. So we've already kicked a doll in the teeth. Which we can easily take them back later. They're not a rival for us. We'll get a new one there. And we'll take some of that new admin. Because we're going to focus on admin for a little bit. To core all that up. We got an inspiring victory, so we got manpower recovery and prestige. That already kicks up. I always like that. And okay. So we're going to take we're going to put a break here because this is a bit of a long episode, but then again, it's also the beginning of the new campaign. Or should I say the re-campaign. So I hope you have a very excellent rest of your day. We have some good time to look forward to converting some of this stuff. And yeah, with that, class dismissed.